Hey, this is your girl, Nicole Rogers, life coach and motivational speaker. Thank you for joining me today. So, today we're going to talk about, do you have the strength to push yourself when everyone else has jumped ship? The reason why we're going to talk about that is because I feel like you have to be your number one supporter. You have to know without a doubt that what you are doing and where you are trying to get is worth more than the people that are with you, that are trying to go along the vision that you have. So, first, I want to know, do you know the definition of push? And what I've looked up is the definition of push is to use physical pressure or force, especially with your hands, in order to move something into a different position, usually one that is further away from you. So, what I mean by that, can you push yourself to be who it is that you want to be when no one else is pushing you? That's the question. And I honestly want to know what you think. Because I will say on my journey, it has been so many people, that has supported me and some that hasn't. But at the end of the day, I have to be committed to this. Without a doubt, this has to be what I want to do, because just because someone is riding with you doesn't mean that they're always gonna agree with everything. And you gotta know and feel in your heart what it is that you're doing is for a purpose, is for a reason, and it's going to help more people. It's going to go on and on and on, not just one, but from that thing, many people can get helped or can get saved or can get a house or can get shoes. Whatever it is, it's got to be for a reason. Because what are you going to do if you're only doing it because you got somebody backing you up? What happens when that person say, I'm not going to back her up anymore. I'm going elsewhere. I'm going to back someone else up, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. What happens when you was only doing that thing because of that person? But you're supposed to be doing it for a generation, to help people, to get them somewhere. So we talked about that definition of push. Can I ask you, what would have happened had the woman with the issue of blood gave up because of what everyone else was telling her, what the doctors were saying? She had changed her mind frame. She changed the whole way she thought, because she knew she had a purpose. She knew that her life was more than what it was at that moment. But yet she knew that she was in a circumstance that would not last forever. She knew that thing, that hard place she was in, was not meant to last forever. And she knew in her mind that she did not want to die in that situation. And what I mean is, you got to stop just going off of what anyone and everyone says and just give up and call it quits. Yeah, you're right. She didn't just call it quits when the doctor said she couldn't be healed. It was nothing that they could do. No, she did not. She kept pressing. She kept the faith. And she knew and she heard of a man named Jesus. And she knew she had the faith to where she pushed herself to touch the hem of his garment. And because of that, my friends, she was healed because of her faith, because of her belief. Are you going to be healed because of your faith and your belief? I want the issue of blood type of faith. That type of faith where you push beyond measures. It's not what you see, but it's what you feel and what you know can happen. It's the goodness on the inside of you. And that's what we got to push to. Push beyond. Push beyond what man says. Keep going. You know you aren't satisfied with what you are doing. You know you can do more. But it's a person saying that is it. That's enough. You done enough. Stop. Well, if you know you aren't satisfied, honey, you have to push. You got to push as though it is a purpose you are trying to get to. You have to know that you are at A, but yet you want to make it to F. How are you going to make it from A to F? How are you going to push? You got to go to B, C, D, and E. What is your plan? What are you going to do? You are going to push. You're going to apply pressure. You're going to face what it is that you have to do to get you to where you're trying to be. And just realize that you are your greatest fan. You are your number one person. You have to want to push for you. You can't have everyone pushing harder than you. When you are the one with this dream, you are the one with this vision. How is it going to manifest? How it's supposed to, according to your vision and your plan? If everyone else is pushing harder than you know what happens when someone else pushes harder than you and this is your vision? Do you want to know? Exactly. The vision becomes played out. It's no longer your vision. It becomes their vision. So now you're just out. And that is not going to happen. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to push like never before. We know that we are our number one fan. We know that God put this in us. And if God put it in us, He knows that you have the ability to make it to that, past that. But you have to push harder. Stop getting comfortable and chilling. Push, baby, push. It is a place that you are trying to get to. So push. You're trying to make something appear that was not there. So, in order to do that, you have to apply pressure. You have to push. Apply pressure like you are mending a diamond. Gold. For all those things to appear that was not there, guess what you had to do? Apply pressure. Put some heat. Put some force with objects to make something that was not there appear. So that is what we have to do. We got to push like we've never pushed before. We have to act like we have the issue of blood and we are trying to push to Jesus's garment. Get to know yourself the even more and the things about you. The things that make you want to give up. Get to the bottom of that. Get to that root and cut that root off and ask God to help you. I know I keep giving up, but it's something that keep coming Okay, let's figure out what that is so you won't keep wanting to give up. Because the biggest thing is, no matter if I feel as though you can do it, and I know you can, and I know you will, if you don't feel as though you can, and if you don't push with force and apply pressure, then you will not make it and you will not be able to see it manifest. Because manifestation doesn't happen from just sitting. You have to work, you have to put some action behind it. You're working as though it is there. So I just wanted to remind you, do you have the ability to push even when you have no one to push you? And when you get to that place, just remember the woman with the issue of blood and how she did not give up. She was desperate. But in order for anything to have happened, she had to have a mind change. Something had to take place. She shifted like never before. She knew that she was at A, but she wanted to be at E. So she had to go to all the other letters to get there. But guess what happened? She allowed E to manifest because of the way she pushed. It wasn't about anybody else, but it was about her. And ladies and gentlemen, it is about you. And I want to see you make it. So that means you have to push. Push like never before. Push as though the world is waiting on you. Well, that is all I have to say today. Once again, I am Nicole Rogers, life coach, motivational speaker, and you are a step closer to your purpose. Have a great day. And I will see you later.